Good morning, students. So let us continue the previous lecture in which we studied about the human resource planning, which is related to ensuring the right number of people in right quality with right skills at right place and at the right time. So in the previous lecture we ended upon the process of human resource planning, which was succeeded by the importance, need and concept of that. So in this lecture let us discuss about the each and every aspect of human resource planning process. As I told you that the first step is the strategic planning. Human resource planning is a sub part, or it can only be framed on the basis of the strategic planning, which is the plan of the overall organization. This is also known as the organizational planning or the corporate planning at the top level of management. So the human resource planning is based on that only. So let us discuss one by one. The first step is environmental scanning, in which this helps human resource planners identify and anticipate the source of the problems, threats and opportunities that should drive the organization's strategic planning. So as we know that environment scanning or environment appraisal is related to the appraisal of the strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats of the whole organization, in which we do the external environmental analysis as well as the internal environments analysis. External environment of the business consists of its competitors, labor market, legal environment, and the internal environment scanning consists of the strategies, technologies and the culture of the organization. So here we can take an example of Amazon also. Amazon closed a large and costly customer service center in Seattle despite good growth projections, as their study and research said that they could meet their growth projections with a far less costly customer center in India. The second aspect is labor demand forecast. The second step is after environment scanning is the labor demand forecast, in which we anticipate and we project the demand or the requirement of the human resources. Means that we identify that how many people or how many human resources will be required in the future. They may be more than the existing and they may be less than the existing. If more people will be required in the future, then what will happen? There will be a hiring process. The company will go for recruitment and selection. But if in future less people will be required because of any kind of shutdown of any business operation of the company or because of any loss making, then in that case of surplus, existing employees will be fired and the organization will be downsized. So it projects how business needs will affect the human resource needs using the qualitative methods and quantitative methods. Qualitative methods involve Delphi techniques, nominal techniques, and the quantitative methods of labor demand forecast or the human resource forecast involves trend analysis, simple and multiple regression analysis. The labor shortages are preventing entrepreneurs from expanding their business, and such shortages makes the planning more difficult. So let us discuss about the qualitative method of Delphi technique, which is the most popular method of human resource forecasting in qualitative way. In this particular method, the experts go through various rounds of forecast estimates, but No face-to-face meeting of experts take place as an intermediary is involved. Means there will be an intermediary जो हर एक्सपर्ट के पास जाके उनका एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन लेगा, बट जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं उनके जो ओपिनियंस हैं उनको एनोनिमस रखा जाएगा, उनको उनका नेम नहीं वहां पर डिस्क्लोज किया जाएगा, जिससे कि कल को जाके बायसिंग ना हो। फ्यूचर में अगर मतलब जब भी ये जो भी उनका डिसीजन है अगर वो उनके नेम के साथ में आता है तो क्या होता है कि टॉप लेवल मैनेजर्स के साथ में उनका नाम एसोसिएटेड होने की वजह से वहां पर उनके नाम का प्रेशर आ जाता है और प्रॉपर जजमेंट नहीं हो पाता है, इसलिए उनका जो नाम है वो एनोनिमस रखा जाता है, वो नहीं बताया जाता है। ठीक है, सो द रिविजन्स, उसके बाद क्या होता है कि जो ये एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन हम ले रहे हैं देन द एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन is further reanalyzed and the revision is made. Then finally those decisions or those opinions in which there is a consensus, जहाँ पर सहमति बनती है, जहाँ पर consensus बनती है, जो मिले जुले से opinions होते हैं, जिनकी majority ज़्यादा होती है expert opinions की, उनको consider किया जाता है। And further they are asked to be revised by the experts, that if they can revise and merge upon and converge at a single conclusion or decision. So this process keeps on going until an ultimate decision is made. So this is the Delphi technique. दूसरा जो important qualitative method है human resource demand forecasting का, that is nominal group technique, in which experts discuss and share their ideas and list them in writing, जिसमें कि एक्सपर्ट्स डिस्कस करते हैं और शेयर करते हैं अपने आइडियाज को और उनको राइट डाउन कर लेते हैं। उसके बाद क्या होता है कि सारे एक्सपर्ट्स अपने अपने जो आइडियाज हैं उनको प्रायोरिटाइज करते हैं, इससे एक मास्टर लिस्ट क्रिएट की जाती है और उसके बाद दीज आइडियाज आर डिस्कस्ड एंड रैंक्ड बाय 5 मेंबर ऑफ द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट and further these ideas are voted upon, और जो आइडियाज की टॉप रैंकिंग होती है उन आइडियाज को कंसीडर किया जाता है ह्यूमन रिसोर्स फोरकास्ट के लिए और उन्हीं को कंसीडर किया जाता है। लेकिन ये बहुत ही टाइम कंज्यूमिंग और सब्जेक्टिव प्रोसेस है। तो यहाँ पर 2 टेक्निक्स हैं क्वालिटेटिव मेथड्स जो हम यूज कर रहे हैं लेबर डिमांड फोरकास्ट के लिए। फर्स्ट इज द डेल्फी मेथड, जिसमें एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन एनोनिमसली लिया जाता है और फर्दर उनको रिवीजन के लिए किया जाता है कि ताकि वो फाइनली किसी एक डिसीजन पे सारे लोग कंक्लूड कर सकें और कन्वर्ज कर सकें। दूसरा मेथड होता है नॉमिनल ग्रुप टेक्निक, जिसमें कि जो एक्सपर्ट्स होते हैं उनके आइडियाज को राइट डाउन और लिस्ट करने के लिए कहा जाता है और उनकी फिर फर्दर वोटिंग की जाती है कि ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर्स जो हैं वो उसे किस तरह से रेटिंग दे रहे हैं और जो जिनमें वोटिंग सबसे ज़्यादा होती है उन पर्टिकुलर आइडियाज़ को कंसीडर किया जाता है। देन द अनदर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स प्लानिंग प्रोसेस, one was the forecasting human resource requirement, that was labor demand forecasting, which I have already discussed, and now we will discuss about forecasting the human resource availability or the human resource supply. Availability मतलब supply of the human resource or the labor supply forecast we are going to discuss now. इसके लिए भी कुछ particular methods होते हैं। So labor supply forecast 2 प्रकार की होती है। फर्स्ट इज द इंटरनल सप्लाई ऑफ द ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज। इंटरनल सप्लाई कंसिडर्स कि इंटरनली हम कैसे उस पर्टिकुलर वैकेंसी को फुलफिल कर सकते हैं। तो देयर आर बेसिकली 2 ways, ट्रांसफर एंड प्रमोशन ऑफ द एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉय एट अ हायर पोजिशन और एट द सेम लेवल ऑफ पोजिशन इन अ डिफरेंट प्लेस। So these are 2 ways, and one more negative way is there, that is demotion, but that is not considered that good because it is a negative process, demotion. But still if a particular human resource is unfit at a particular position, that he may be demoted at a lower level of position, then also that particular vacancy can be fulfilled. So these are the ways by which we internally supply the human resources for the vacant position, which involves transfer, promotion and demotion of the existing employees. So this way internal labor supply is done, and for that sake we need the information of personnel from the human resource information system. जो HRIS होता है, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम, ये एक बेसिक सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन का काम करता है यहाँ पे, जहाँ से हम इंटरनली लेबर सप्लाई को फुलफिल कर सकते हैं. एंड द सेकेंड सोर्स ऑफ एक्सटर्नल लेबर सप्लाई इज द लेबर मार्केट, from where we can get the relevant labor supply or the availability of the laborers. The whole country or even the world may be the relevant labor market for highly skilled jobs, whereas for unskilled jobs the labor market is the local community. Now we have already done that environmental scanning. First of all, on that basis we finally determine now what action the company is going to take, which involves the strategic planning of the whole organization. Then comes the human resource planning, for which we need to do two things. First is the labor demand forecast or the human resource requirement forecasting, for which we have applied this Delphi method as a qualitative and nominal group technique. And for forecasting the availability of human resources or the labor supply forecast, we have seen that the sources of supply are two, the internal sources and the external source. Now we are going to make a gap analysis, that here we will find out that what is the difference between the labor demand and the supply of the labor. जो human resources की requirement है organization में और जो उनकी availability है उसके बीच में क्या gap है, क्या difference है, वो gap जो है वो surplus में है या वो shortage में है. तो उसी के अकॉर्डिंग हम फर्दर डिसीजन लेंगे और एक्शन प्लान बनाएंगे अपने ह्यूमन रिसोर्स प्लानिंग प्रोसेस में. So the gap analysis is used to merge the forecasts of labor demand and supply. This process identifies the potential shortages or surplus of skills, employees and competencies. In addition to this, the HR planners can analyze the environmental forecast with supply and demand. As I told you in earlier lecture also, in this gap analysis process what we will do, we will find out that what is the ratio of labor demand and labor supply. If whether the labor demand is more than the labor supply or it is just equal, or the labor demand is less than the labor supply. So if the labor demand will be more than the supply of the labor, here we are using this term labor, but you can replace this term from the word human resources. So if the human resources demand is more than the supply of them, then what action the company should take or the human resource manager should take? They will further go for the hiring process. डिमांड ज़्यादा है, ज़्यादा रिक्वायरमेंट है एम्प्लॉयज़ की और एक्चुअल में एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉयज़ जो हैं, जो उनकी अवेलेबिलिटी है वो कम है, तो ज़्यादा लोगों को हायर करना पड़ेगा. उसके लिए प्रॉपर रिक्रूटमेंट एंड सिलेक्शन का प्रोसेस फॉलो करना होगा. एंड दैट विल बी सक्सीडेड बाय द ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस एंड द अदर ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट फंक्शंस. बट इफ the human resource supply is more and the labor demand or the human resource demand is less, ऑलरेडी ज़्यादा लोग हैं, सरप्लस में है, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स सरप्लस की कंडीशन है, अवेलेबिलिटी ज़्यादा है और डिमांड या रिक्वायरमेंट कम लोगों की है, then the company may take the actions for downsizing. They may take a downsizing decision. They may ask for few people, those who are considered to be surplus and less efficient in the organization, for sitting at their home, and they may be asked that yes, now you don't need to come to the organization as we don't want to retain surplus employees in the organization. This process may involve the termination of few employees, temporary layoffs, cutting down their working hours, and all these things. So that is the gap analysis. After this gap analysis, action programming is done. So it is the final step of human resource planning. It takes the adopted solution and lays down the sequence of events that need to be executed to realize the plan. The purpose of this step is to make certain that the decision taken in this previous 4 steps are brought into action. जो भी हमने अभी इस पर्टिकुलर एक्शन प्रोग्रामिंग वाले फेज में हमें क्या करना है, जो भी हमने डिसीजंस लिए हैं प्रीवियस 4 स्टेप्स में ह्यूमन रिसोर्स प्लानिंग प्रोसेस के, वो प्रॉपरली इम्प्लीमेंट हो रहे हैं या नहीं हो रहे हैं. एंड द फाइनल स्टेप ऑफ दिस HRP process is control and evaluation. As I have already told you that without this control and evaluation process, without the feedback process, no planning is completed and effective. So this process or this particular phase of the process involves monitor the effectiveness of human resource plans over the time. Deviations from the plans and identified actions are taken. So many times what happens that when we make plans then it's good, but as the time comes, over the time when the plans are implemented, certain deviations may come. You have studied that there are certain differences between the standard and the actual performances. So here we find out that what are the reasons for such kind of deviations or gaps and variances, and we try to find out what kind of corrective actions we may take to improve our human resource planning process in the future. So the extent to which the human resource objectives have been attained is measured in this process by the feedback from various outcomes. So that's it for this particular topic of human resource planning process. And these are the references from where I quoted the diagrams, various slides. Thank you students. Thank you very much.